welcome, wayward gamers to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as NeoFet3 in the socials. I am your GM, your game master, your narrator of fun, welcoming you to Star Wars Shadowport Adventures, Luck of the Draw, our Star Wars live action, or excuse me, actual play. I can talk. Edge of the Empire game. So thank you for joining us. We are going to introduce our wonderful characters and players on this game. And you know what? We're going to jump into a whole bunch of stuff really quick. So thank you again for joining us. And we're going to start off with Kurt, and we're going to go a little bit backwards on this one. Kurt, welcome. How are you doing, and who are you playing?
Hi everybody, I'm Kurt, also known as Covenant the Horrible Alchemist. This evening, I am playing Chaff, our smooth-talking, deal opener but never closer, resident heartthrob who won one battle with RNG, and we'll see if it holds out this week.
Oh yeah.
I did something. I mean, I get a gold star.
You did?
Yeah, you
did. I did, and yeah, we're going with that. We're just gonna stick with that, yeah.
All right. Welcome and thank you. Adam, how are you doing?
Hi, my name is Adam, and aka Hubuck on social medias, and I am playing Shiloh, the very anxiety-ridden Togruta doctor who is hoping that Chaff will one day close at least one deal.
There's always hope. There's always hope.
Right?
Welcome, Adam. Thank you. Emily, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Enjoying some nice puer tea and playing our resident mechanic, Linu.
Excellent. Welcome. Jim, how are you doing, and who are you playing?
I'm doing great. So Jim Hawkmer1 on Twitter, and I am playing Clicky, as Chaff likes to call him, the bloodthirsty gunslinger Jawa.
That's a fairly decent, accurate statement. Good one.
Not bloodthirsty.
Just nobody else in this team commit unprompted murder.
It wasn't unprompted.
You walked into an unconscious fit. Not the point.
He was just looking out for his buddy Kier.
Safeguarding his buddies, yeah.
He's thorough and literal.
Exactly.
Yeah, very much. Welcome, Jim. Bill, how are you doing, sir?
I feel blamed somehow for being a friend. I don't know. That's so weird. This is Bill Roper. You can find me at Bill Roper on the socials. And I play Kier Starfall, your scruffy, but not nerf-hurting human pilot who likes to go fast, but maybe not as fast. I don't know, a little conscience, a little crisis of confidence after our last game. But, he'll pull through. He's a scrappy young guy. He'll bounce back.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Welcome, everyone, to joining us on our game. Real quick, if you like what we're doing, please feel free to subscribe or support us in any way you can through our merch, our Patreon, or our VODs on YouTube. Check them out. It is a follow on Twitter and everywhere else. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We want to give definitely shout outs to our wonderful affiliates of Talon and Claw, who make awesome dice vaults, wooden doll figures, and screens. You can find them all over on Etsy. If you put in, a code will be popping up and a link. If you put in Dragon Daddy in the code for Talon and Claw, you get 10% off on any purchase you make. So please check them out. They are wonderful, wonderful friends. And also our other wonderful affiliate, Smuggler's Coffee. Smuggler's Coffee, where you should be getting and seeing a collaboration between Shadowport Adventures and Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, making our Starfuel coffee. And hopefully it is still out. There's still some available. So check out their website. Check them out. They have all these wonderful brands. They're wonderful people, and we appreciate them very, very much. So check them out and that. So we're going to dive in really quick because we want to be able to dive into the real quick. Recap. The crew had a mission. Go retrieve a droid that got sold off to the Syndicate. Chase them down. Stop them. Retrieve the droid.
Mission accomplished.
And mission freaking accomplished. Unbelievable. It started off with a little bit of a shooting of unconscious individuals to ensure that that
Why does everybody point at that one piece of this?
Because that's the piece where the murder happened.
Why does everyone keep talking about my murder when we have other things that were more exciting?
Exactly.
um in the course of getting the droid before the syndicate, they didn't work out. The junk dealer got executed. Tracked down the syndicate, rescued Snips, the green astromech, brought him back, an instant friendship between Raxel and Snips. But the speeder that you got that he lent you is completely just yeah. So
Yeah.
he's looking at going like, okay, this is going to be a charge on your to repair it, because he did mention if it comes back damaged, there's going to be a charge for it. But a day or
Uh,
two has gone by as you are finalizing a lot of your details of the ship. You've got you're getting your ship fixed. You recently acquired some parts to be able to move the turrets over, and you're still working on it. It's going to take some time, but you're definitely working on it. Um,
Also telling Raxel about the fact that the junk shop has recently come under a change of ownership and needs
yes,
papers to support that.
Raxel is
Woo
like
woo, can you help us with some property fraud?
Raxel's like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. But he knows someone who's interested and is gonna be taking over. Within the end of the week, someone's gonna be coming in and kind of taking over. A Tordorian from Mos Espa, who has been looking at getting he's been in the junk business for a while. He's gonna be coming in and definitely gonna take over. So there's rumors
I
that he's
mean, I'm not trying to necessarily press, but I mean, it would be kind of him to, offer us perhaps a modest discount given that we have made this career opportunity possible for him.
Well, considering how well you set, because what you've picked up there is big news and buzz on the junk dealer was killed during a robbery, and there's corroborating stories, and there's a little bit of a difference that there's some investigations into what happened there, and you've heard some rumors that yeah, but the video was shoddy, something wrong conveniently but not conveniently. There was uh it looked like it was that he came upon someone and got shot, and it was very very, like I said, it was cut clean and cut, and just kind of like no more investigations. But again, to tip your hand that you had something to do with it might arouse suspicions. Raxel's kind of like, we'll see
Wasn't
what we
tipping
can do.
my hand, was just saying it looked like it had had a change of ownership. And the droid appeared to be distraught.
There's a lot of different things. But over the course of the next few days,
Both true statements.
very true
I
statements.
would like to keep in mind.
Those are very true statements.
Very truths.
If there's one thing I have learned, if you want to make a true reputation for yourself in the underworld, you've got to have a body or two underneath your belt. I'm just putting that out there. So, in the end, I think maybe perhaps Clicky has elevated our status within those who we deal with, as they have found that if you fuck around, you will find out.
Fraxel
So-
is trying to conduct this
Tell it.
business
Tell
on the up and up. I don't believe he's looking for cred among the underworld where it already existed.
He had us make deals with pirates, smugglers, and other folks of ill repute in order to bring things as part of our trial. I don't buy we're on the up and up the whole time.
Raxel is definitely not entirely on the up and up. He may be intending to be and moving that direction, but I can guarantee you he is not. Uh, he is. It does not have a history in that realm,
Well,
which is the
I'm
fancy
quite
way of
familiar
saying
with
he's
his.
not.
I'm familiar with his history. More that, based on all conversations we've had recently, He has indicated that he would like to keep this specific business on the legal side of the law.
All I'm saying is that if he starts coming to us with his next waste management property business, we need to, be aware of just what we're getting into.
I assume it would be sanitation engineering.
No, would not be. Mafia, y'all. The mafia. The mafia always dealt in waste management.
Oh, this is like the leave no witnesses.
Yes, a lot like the
Okay,
lead. No,
like-
yeah, we better not.
We
please.
just not
You're gonna try
promote
to hear
that.
again.
Okay, I
Audi-
get it.
my bad.
get it
my
now.
bad, Kier. My bad.
Audience members, for those we have gone through our lines and veils. We are fully aware, and we are understanding that certain topics might be triggering, but we are moving forward with green lights. We've gone through our session 0, so just as your warning of content warning that we are good. If this is triggering you, please, that's fine for you if you need to leave. But again, we're continuing forward. So thank you for joining us. Please, players, triggering warning, yes. Kira's doing pretty good with this. It's been, you've had some sessions with Shiloh of conversations to, Shiloh's been not the counselor of the group, but, there's a medical training that they've had that they're assisting with, making you feel better.
Right? Yeah, we're talking it over, talking about what happened, what went wrong, why. Oh, it's not your fault, right?
No, that's right. I mean, I know you're not a counselor, but I know that you're trying hard. So I really appreciate that. And I talking about it's been helpful.
And Shiloh has confessed to you in private, like they are really nervous about the idea that we might become too much of a criminal enterprise, and that's not something they're interested in being a part of. So yeah, so you're not, Shiloh has made it clear to here, like they're also not really okay with that being the direction we always go.
Look, I mean, I don't know if I've told you before, but like that might, it's how I lost my family was to pirates, and I don't want to. I mean, I know sometimes you got to do things that are on the borderline, but why I thought like we would just. I mean, just taking stuff like that's one thing, but I know that Clicky's really just trying to watch out for me, but
right. I
that's a
mean,
lot.
there's a difference. I I was in the militia. I'm not above killing somebody who is bad, who is objectively bad. But somebody who is an innocent, I understand a mistake happened and there was some confusion, but don't worry, we're not gonna go that direction. If that's the direction we're heading, you and I, you say the word and we're out of here.
Because self-defense, I mean, that's one thing, right? But
Yeah,
like
right.
that wasn't what that was.
Yeah.
So maybe
Look,
I'll have to have a heart-to-heart with Clicky too.
yeah. If it's
we
some
communicate pretty good.
empire fascist, yeah, no mercy. But regular people just trying to get by, I'm you know that's one of the reasons I wanted out of here so bad was being connected to that crime syndicate and the people that I had to save, knowing what they were out there doing. I couldn't take it.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I mean, it's hard, right? Knowing exactly what to do and the right way to do it. And, look, I mean, Clicky's pulled me out of really hard spots before. And he's like pretty much saved my life. And, I owe him a lot. So I know he didn't do it to be, he's not just like, I don't know, bloodthirsty. or something. He's just doing it because he feels like he has to.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, he's not my first friend who's gone way above what I was comfortable with. But we're gonna survive this, and that's kind of what's important, right?
Yeah. No, we will. Yeah, we will. Thanks, Shawa.
Yeah. All right, now back to flying lessons.
Driving. Flying is fine. Flying's been fine. It's that stupid speeder.
And like I said, it's been a few days, like 2 or 3 days have kind of gone by. You've relaxed, you're healed from any wounds and all your strain, and everything's been good. Like I said, you're getting the ship kind of prepped, and literally the ship. There's like 1 or 2 supplies that are missing from the ship that you've paid for, that Raxel is like waiting for, and you're waiting to get. Um, and then you're literally set to go and start doing jobs all you wanted. And as you're sitting down for breakfast one morning, everyone's kind of relaxing, and Raxel and you hear Raxel and Snip starts talking to each other, and literally they're becoming bonded friends, and they're definitely like there's this instantaneous, just bond of just camaraderie and just like his first mate. And he's talking about, yeah, I got this, while they're going to do off, I've got my own ship. I'm going to start. Yeah, you're right. I should start doing my own stuff and, start doing some more flying and just jobs and making, and just for the fun of it. And, I used to be a collector. I used to collect everything back in the day. And you're hearing this conversation going,
GM,
yeah,
quick question.
yeah.
How much does that story match up with what I know of Raxel?
For the most part, it's pretty accurate. Like, you've heard that you've through the triumphs and things like some of the he was a hoarder. Like there's like somebody was like he was a collector where he would go to different things and collect, and also smuggled some stuff during some of those times. But there was a rumor going around, and it was actually fact that he had a ship one time that his cargo bays were full of like clone era just junk. Like he would take parts, he would just scavenge parts of off of ships and try to fix them and build them and sell them off. And in his earlier days. So there were talks of like he had everything, like there were like parts of a Y wing and like a blaster from an X wing. There's a ball from an LAAT cruiser like from the Clone Wars. There's like fuelage from like an Imperial or Clone War cruiser. I mean, he had a TIE fighter. Actually, it wouldn't have been earlier. So it would have been like one of the wings from like a V wing or something. Like it's just the wing panel and then power converter. I mean, it was just constant junk of different things and scraps, and it is a Jawa's dream. This cargo hose of just being able to have scraps. And yeah, and he started to talk about maybe doing it up again and doing, going out and, he's got some maps and stuff like that of some, all of the stuff he used to go to. And they're kind of having that conversation, and you're kind of overhearing that conversation. And they get to a stopping point, and he's like, "Yo, he's crew, I got everyone. Yeah, Jakey, Lido, Shaft, Shadow. I got something for you. Who's that? Time to come."
Yes.
Oh, I got something for you. There's a few jobs that eventually down the line. I think you're, Shaft, you've got some stuff kind of potentially lined up. But before that happens, because um, the rest of the consumables and the pots for the ship, like I've got waiting for you at Belgrok floating landing pad. He's brought some stuff in. Don't have to pay the taxes, anything that Timo wants. So it's kind of coming in. So he's got the rest of your supplies, and you'll be all set to fly into the space.
You said Felglock?
Uh, Velglock, VL. I'll put in chat apostrophe GAK. He is a vinil. So it's a insect. He's kind of like that um praying mantis insect species.
Oh yeah.
Okay, got it.
And what you know, because you've been like I said, you've been around for a while. He is um an entrepreneur. He owns a landing pad and one or two that are they're floating landing pads off the mesa of Mashuda. And they're held up by these giant balloons that are in the landing pad. And what you know is that he's smart enough that because it's not on the mesa, he doesn't have to pay the outrageous taxes to Timo because he's not technically in Mashuda. So there's also no customs inquiries. So in some of your things, it's the perfect location for smuggling stuff into Mashuda. And he has a landing pad or two in that area, just off of it. And Raxel is a good friend. You know that Raxel is a good friend of him. And Raxel's like, "Oh, yeah, um, since you took," and he kind of looks back up, like, "So some pots came in to help repair the speeder that you've crippled. So I need you to pick up some pots for me. Think you're gonna be able to
We
do that?"
didn't. We didn't cripple it. We actually repaired it from being crippled by the Rhodians who shot a grenade at it.
Linu, I don't know that we need to debate the specifics.
I mean, kinda. I mean, I don't want to necessarily be blamed for something that we didn't do.
I don't know. I could attribute. You could just take it out on my pay, Raxel. It was my fault. I was driving.
Well, it's coming out of all of you, but I've discounted that. Remember when you left, I said don't get a scratch on it. If you do, you're gonna have to pay for it. But because
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was
explained-
driving. That's I mean,
well,
I should pay
from
for
the
it.
sounds of it, your driving was good because you didn't roll it and didn't destroy it completely. So you salvaged it a little for the most part. But like I said, the majority of the damage came from the rocket grenade launcher that got shot at by. But that's why I'm not, taking the full price. But some of the items for the repairs have come in. I would really appreciate if you'd go over, pick those items up, so I can start working on the land speeder. Not to mention the rest of like the 2 crates that are left for you, already paid for, is waiting for you up there. Not to mention, you Zach's a good guy. Bill Zach's a good. He's good. He's not eccentric, but he's definitely your smuggler type. So he's a good person to be in contact with. He's got his antennas and a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Good meaning valuable, not objectively morally superior.
Oh yeah, no. He's good. Yeah, he's not
Right.
he's not an asshole.
Great. Well, that's a step up from a lot of our recent experiences.
So since I'm stuck here, yeah. Oh yeah, and he looks over and says, "Oh yeah, yeah. Snips and I are gonna. You mind grabbing that stuff for it and bringing it back? You can. You probably might need to take a ship because, well, unless you want to take some speeders."
What is the approximate weight and size of the items we'll be picking up?
That's probably 2, maybe 3 encumbrance. So it's going to be a little heavy for speeder bikes, and the land speeders. You're not going to be able to take it with the land speeders because it's out of commission.
Hmm.
I mean, if you want to take multiple bikes, you could probably take care of it.
Here, in order to properly use the ship, would we need to leave atmosphere, or would we be able to stay within the planet's atmosphere?
Oh, we can. Oh, that's a good question, Jay. I don't know. I think we have to.
No, you can just get out
can
and
use
just
it in the
fly right.
atmosphere.
Yeah, you can fly. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
You can
No,
fly
no,
in
we
atmosphere.
can.
It's fine.
By how we angle the wings. Yeah,
Yeah.
by how we angle the wings, we can use it in the atmosphere. It's a little clunky in the atmosphere. I mean, it's going to be better in space, but we can get around.
So it sounds like we do not have to use the speeders, and we might have, since it is a pilot seat you are more familiar with than a speeder, it might help ease your tensions.
Sure. Yeah. 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 Let's take the ship.
Are we
That
talking?
sounds great.
Are we talking maiden voyage then? Well, this
Guess
is
so.
The maiden.
this is a celebration. You're finally taking
first
her
time.
out.
It's a
First time,
maidenless voyage. Elton Ring. Never mind.
Is this our maiden voyage?
You're finally taking the ship
That's the
out.
first time we've taken it up.
Taking it up.
Oh,
taking
yeah.
it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, traditionally, someone should christen the ship. Chaff. You seem like someone who would be good at creating a christening speech.
I might could possibly whip something up.
I will take that as a yes.
Get me I don't know, a bottle of Rockalian brandy or something.
I might have something upstairs. Yeah, if you can get the parts back by late afternoon, that would be great. I appreciate that. And then, like, it sounds like you're all ready. That you've got to just make a decision or two, and you can start taking some of those jobs you're looking for. And Shaft, you've been at this time. There's been a few options that you've been, that you've been listening for, and that potentially looking for you. And some of the the networking, some of the things you've heard is, there's some locals that are looking for some dewback eggs, some local eggs, some local jobs. But there's also some off planet where there's a medical delivery. You've got to pick up some supplies, and you go potentially for a medical delivery. There's a heist. Someone's looking for a pretty easy heist. One is at a location, and it's bringing some animals potentially back. There's also a heist of a ship, like a stripping down a ship or something like that. You've heard some rumors. Like,
I've got prospects.
the Jawa traders are even looking for some help about a ship that's outside of somewhere that they're looking at. They know that a ship constantly lands there, and that would be right for the pick.
All right then. All right. Did we
And
find the bottle of brandy?
And you've learned
What?
of 2 crash sites, one more recent than the other, not too far away in this Tattoon. One is very close to Mashuda. One is on the way to Anchorhead.
You are talking faster than my hand can go, so I will get all of that information
No
from
problem.
you after the session.
That is right.
Licky's already climbed into the ship and he's just waiting for Kira to fire it up. So,
And yeah, Raxel gives you a nice. And what you catch is this is a 30-year-old bottle. This is one of those, like, where did that come from? That was in a special stash. You didn't see that out before. There's,
kind of a waste busting it on the whole of the ship.
I feel like we should get something cheaper.
Yeah, that's
that's
just me
the
talking.
key. You're something cheaper, but
A
Raxel
30-year-old bottle of like Captain Morgan.
no, but Raxel isn't even phased by giving it up.
Wow.
All
Must
right.
be
then.
nice.
Well, top shelf for a top shelf ship. I christened the, what are we calling this thing again? The Shadow Lance? Shadow Lancer.
Shadowlance.
Do us a favor. We hauled you out of scrap and made you fly. Don't fall out of the sky. And he chucks the bottle at the fucking hull.
And it's this beautiful. And you notice that Snips has been recording it and does this.
Little shit.
That was
Oh,
very
Snips.
nice.
Snips will put the clip on Twitch later.
Oh, that's just. Oh, yeah. Perfect. All right. Your official franchisees, license. Go get them. I'm proud of you. I know you can do it. And I look forward to Devas. Oh, yes. Good. I'm glad I've chose you all. Yeah,
Just
Snips.
leading towards Shiloh real quick.
Is he speaking in hyperbole because he actually believes in us, or because he is trying to reassure us and get us out of his shop?
I'm pretty sure it's the latter.
Little column A, little column B.
And then he gets just him and Snip start having a chat, and they leave the area, and they're gonna go relax, eat, have conversations, and figuring out what they're some of the stuff that they're gonna do.
Did we get coordinates for the landing pad or any
Oh yeah,
details
you
on
know. So if you look at Roll20, you can see that Vilgrat's loading, yeah, up in there, and it's connected to the
up next to the word area.
Yep. And it's close to the Trader's Ledge. But yeah, this floating pad is it's based off of some of the stuff you've heard too. This is a sore spot for Timo because this is a loophole. There's definitely a loophole with this one. So but you notice that it's so hanging from the northern side of the mesa in the shadow of the landing bay Uruk is a series of rickety wooden platforms. It's held aloft by giant gas balloons. On the canyon floor, hundreds of feet below, are piles of dewback dung, sweating, rotting stuff that's been in the sun, scorched by the tattooing suns. A small processing plant pump or small processing plant pumps the gas from the mesa from the training area up to the balloons to keep them afloat. And the landing pad will hold a medium-sized shuttle or freighter in that area. And you know that he runs irregular cargo services between other cities like Mos Espa and Mos Eisley. So there's a lot of traffic that kind of comes over. And you know that Overseer Bryn, who's the one that is kind of working the custom agent, is unable to restrict his movements or whatever he's carrying because he's not part of the mesa. It's off of it. So he's circumventing any customs and is it would be prime for any illegal goods coming into the town. Go right through there. Anything smuggled, any goods. And like I said, lots of ships come and go and goods and stuff like that. So
Since this is their first time taking off, I'm gonna go sit in the cockpit with Kier, just make sure he's okay. Yeah,
okay.
you got this, buddy.
And suddenly
And he's just gonna go through, and it's like muscle memory takes over.
And you hear the engine start to wind up and purr and smooth, and just you've had the task, but now it's the ceiling opens up and you start to rise out, and it's just one of those like, you're desolated in the oyster farming. There's not a lot of people around to see like this ship come out. So it's like I said, it's one of those like, oh, unless they're like standing right there, it's pretty covert to be able to come and go. And you've been told like what direction to kind of come in. So you're not going to go straight into Mashuda. You kind of go around a little bit and kind of go into the canyon or the mountains and then kind of circle back into that area to make it look like you're coming from a different location. And but you get up there and you feel that's just smooth ride until that flaw kicks in. And then suddenly one of the things starts rattling, you know, a little
That
bit.
that that is that sounds like a rattle. That Linu, there's a rattle.
And it's the one of the floorboard, like the metal cargo lines, as it got just as it settled, and then you're hovering, and then just that vibration started hitting.
That's fine
Currently,
though, right?
currently that is purely an aesthetic rattle. It could make for a good location for a small secret hold, or something
Uh,
about the size of a bottle or something.
oh, great. An aesthetic rattle. So so it's not gonna like make us fall out of the sky, right?
Correct. Unless, of course, it
Great.
distracts Kier to the point of not being able to fly the ship anymore because the rattling is so loud and is causing him to be unable to focus, and then he drives us into the ground.
Nope. Kier's focused, right, buddy? Right?
Yeah,
Focused?
it's not a problem.
He
It's
really doesn't
fine.
notice it too much, but yeah, a little bit. But yeah,
Every ship's got noise. You just got to get used to them.
Okay. All right. Great.
It's like a personality, like how sometimes when older individuals stand up, all of their bones crack.
I feel personally attacked.
most of us do.
Right? Like, was that actually Linu talking, or was that Emily talking? Because
Hey now, my bones crack once in a while. I just happen to be 32. I've reached adulthood.
So as you're flying and you move and you're getting closer, you get
I have a kid older than Emily.
yeah.
Well, whose fault is that?
Fair. Fair point.
So as you're making your way, Mashuda control, flight control contacts you, and they're like, you know, information of what your landing prop, where you're going, and they're kind of coordinating. You mention where you're landing, and they're like, all right, fine. They're not going to bother you, but they're the flight controllers are watching where the ships kind of come in and go and stuff like that. And as you kind of come over, you smooth land on this, you know, loading platform. And yeah, and
All
it's just
right.
off the mesa.
We're here.
And as you kind of, you know, are you going through the front entrance landing mouth kind of shuttle bay kind of drops down, and a minute or two as you're kind of getting there, the Vinci insect kind of comes up to you. He's like, and it's that like kind of like little, you know, clicking noise a little bit, but then it kind of switches over to, uh, yeah, can I help you? What you do? What are you doing? What are you doing? You got something? Yes. Hi. Are you looking for anything particular? Is there something that I can help you with?
yeah,
For a, oh, sorry, chap. I'll let you handle this one.
well, no, by all means, go ahead. Take away the one thing I do on this ship. It's stupid, I get it, but like, it's the one thing I can do.
Well, if you insist, we're here for a pickup.
Jeff just walks over to the edge of this balloon platform and just looks down, going, mighty tempting.
And Clicky walks up next to Chaff and he looks down and he looks up at him and he just turns around and walks away.
Yep. When I need that guidance, the Force provides. That's for sure.
And Bill Grax is like, oh yeah, it's a Graxel's franchise. Yeah, we've got some of your supplies and some parts for a personnel passenger land speeder. Yeah. Come on down. And what's interesting is that the platform has got, it's almost as if there's like a connection platform of like repulsors that just basically float down, and it's a decent size where you can load it up and then it floats up. It's the way you go. He's going back and forth from the mesa of the trading area up to his floating. So it can bring personnel, it can bring cargo, things of that nature. And you can see that there's definitely like a small office that he has, and you kind of who stays on the ship and who comes down.
Oh,
I
Uh,
stay in the ship because you never know. You just never know. Plus, the last time I went on a mission that involved picking something up, I wasn't. I'm going to stay in the ship.
Linu's obviously going down.
poor Kier never gets off the ship again.
Like he's gonna stay with Kier, just so that if something does happen, he can, back him up.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
All right. Shiloh will go with Linu and Chaff.
Yeah.
So as you get down, he's like, "Yep," and it looks like there's a good amount of there's probably like 4 or 5 crates, some small size, there's like 2 that are larger size. And again, these are some of the consumables, and then there's some parts for the land speeder that he's going to try to fix. And as he's kind of going, he's going, "Oh yeah." He's going through a manifest. He's like, "Yep, it's all here. This stuff is already paid for. The parts have been paid for. Yep, we can be able to get it up." And he's kind of looking at you, and he stops for a second, and he gets a little communique. He's like, "One second here. If you want to load up, I need a signature, but before you leave, I got something." And he walks over, and he's kind of listening to, and it seems to be having a conversation. Shiloh, Chath, and Linu,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a familiar voice coming from
Oh.
behind you, saying,
How familiar.
"Well, shit. Look at what the cat dragged in." Avery is standing there up against some crates that she seems to be waiting for.
E.
Well, bless
I
my pants and bootstraps.
bless him
Avery.
indeed.
What
But
the
I'll
hell
nod
are
her
you
anyway.
doing here?
We're picking up supplies, parts. Are you done? Are you coming back with us?
Uh, I'm on a, as you say, a job, a prep job, so to speak. I'm picking up some supplies for a crew request. So I'm assisting an inexperienced crew that needed some assistance picking up some supplies for them. So I'm kind of playing the middlewoman.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay.
But it looks like you. And she kind of looks at the ship, and she's like, "Wow, that's the ship."
Not bad, right?
They have chosen poorly to leave you so early. Wow. Uh, you providing tours?
I could.
Uh,
Do you need a tour?
I'd love to see your ship. See what I missed out on, or may come back to if the opportunities present themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can show you around, I guess. I actually looked at Chaff. Like, is that okay? Like, I don't say is that okay, but I looked at Chaff with that look of, is this okay? Like,
Yeah, you can go show your girlfriend around. I'm sure she'd like it.
she's just not my girlfriend. We're not like together or anything. I mean, with that she's not my girlfriend.
And at this point, she would actually try and make Shiloh feel more uncomfortable. I don't know exactly what V would say, but I know
She would.
She
She
would.
would 100%
Oh, yeah.
grab Shiloh's hand.
Oh yeah, grab it
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
and Avery the player, she would just make Shiloh more uncomfortable. Just make the situation awkward because she would pick up on the emotion between those two and just yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Shiloh is nothing if not a target for awkwardness.
so I'm assuming you could probably get one, like half the crates up and bring it up bring her up while you're kind of
I
giving the
mean,
tour and
not to put too fine a
Yeah.
point on it, but ain't this guy got some loader droids or something like that to help kind of facilitate the move?
so when you basically get it onto this repulsor, this lift goes up, and then from there you can actually just move there's repulsors on these particular crates, so you just move them into your ship. It's not any heavy lifting or anything like that. But you have to get it
Okay.
onto this basically the elevator lift, kind of the repulsor lift to kind of move it up to the platform, then take it off of there, put it on your ship, and then bring it back down.
Gotcha.
So, and it's probably going to take 2 trips because of the amount of stuff that you have. And kind of shorten things off. Avery talks about how she's wants to hear about what you're doing, how things are going, and just have some conversations. She's finishing up a job. Like I said, she's playing the middle person with something. She's very excited about the ship. She has to go use the little ladies' room for a second, and then she's like very proud. He meets, says hello to Kier, says hello to Clicky, seeing how everything's going and stuff like that. And she's impressed, very impressed, and very happy for all of you.
If she is scamming, Shiloh is completely oblivious to that
She is not
possibility.
scamming. Although you would think she is, she's not. Which is taking Chaff off a little bit. If Chaff, she's trying to be genuine, but it's one of those like you would think she's scamming, but she's kind of being genuine. And then she's like, well, is she scamming to be genuine, or is she actually just being genuine? And it's she's making a good
She's
effort.
always got an angle.
But she's just generally happy. And after, a half hour or something like that of things, she's like, she gets the tour, says hi, has great conversations, and then she's like, I got to get going and finish picking up my stuff from Vilgrax, but it was really good to see you, talk to you, stay in touch, and good luck with stuff.
Yeah. Let us know if you're around, if you need anything, or
Will do. Yes, definitely. And if you need anything, let me know too if I can help. But yeah, if there's and she's kind of jokefully like, keep one of those bunks warm for me because looks like if depending on how things work, maybe I can come back and see how things go.
I think as
And she winks at Shaft.
Yeah. We're watching her walk down the ramp and away, and Shiloh just says, she's not my girlfriend.
Uh-huh. And he just like turns and walks and go back on the ship.
So,
Beautiful. Thank you. That was as awkward as it should be, and I love it. Thank you.
So
Good times.
But yeah, so as you get back down, you run back into Vilgrax, and Vilgrax is like, on it. So, he's kind of looking at the ship, and he's looking at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your crew got any available time right now? I mean, kind of in need of an assistance. You guys looking for a job?
What kind of job, and how quickly does it need to be done? Because we got to get this stuff back by nightfall.
Well, if you could deliver that and get over to Mos Eisley, pick up what you need by early evening and bring it back by the end of day, you'll be fine. It's easy pickup. I just need you to pick up a courier at the local spaceport of Mos Eisley, one of the public transportation hangars. It's a bit secretive, but you just need to pick up this courier and escort him back here. Escort them back here.
First off, what's the job pay? Secondly, should we expect any sort of entanglements?
You
out of
shouldn't.
this?
Now, of course, the Imperials are always around there. They've got stormtroopers walking around. You shouldn't have any problem. It's incognito. There's a, how shall I put this? There's a code phrase to figure out who you're supposed to pick up. They've got you tell them this code phrase, and they know that are supposed to go with you. You escort them back here safely. Should be no problems. No one's looking for them, to my knowledge. The information I got, no one's looking for them, and it's secretive, so it should be smooth sailing.
Well, I will have to confer with my fellow crewmates on
that.
this particular one.
That is 6,000 credits.
I mean, that sounds really, really nice. I will do everything within my power to convince my crewmates that this is an applicable job for me to take.
And I'll even throw in, and he's like, I'll even throw in, voice wall, I should probably do the right. I'll even throw in that you need some information to find some stuff, don't you? Like some, items, some specialty items and things like that. I could hook you up with something. Do the job for me. I help you with some of the information to hook you up. Need trade parts, back to tank, weapons, things like that. I might be able to help you.
It's a good thing Clicky's not there.
Like I said, I will confer with my crew.
Well, why don't you confer? Come back within the next few minutes and let me know, because time's sensitive.
We will do that.
Okay. All right.
The way things have been, once this conversation just started, Shiloh will chime in and say the way things have been going, I think a back to tank would be a really good investment for this ship. I'm just saying it would make things a lot easier.
Question. I know that a back to tank can drain. If we dump Clicky in there, do we got to worry about the drain getting clogged or anything like that?
Hey.
Not
that, Harry.
They have filters.
The timeline that is being suggested is to take the items back to Raxel and then to go pick up the courier and come back by end of day. Which day? Today or tomorrow day?
I think today.
Because it's like almost noon, sun-wise, so it's relatively early. So getting back over to Raxel's is only going to take you maximum of an hour, half hour to an hour. And then
we go drop. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and like I said, it's on the afternoon shuttle, so being able to get over there, land, you'd be right before it either the shuttle lands or like it's supposed to arrive. And it gives you a set time that it's supposed to arrive at. It's within an hour or two. Within about an hour and a half, the shuttle's going to land. Public transportation shuttle.
And where would we be picking up this courier from?
One of the public hangar bays that the public transportation shuttle is going to be at, and he gives you the hangar number. Of course, he would give you the hangar number, and you just fly in, you come in, grab it, and take off.
Never that.
And then just bring him back here
and escort him back here.
I mean, that sounds really easy for a lot of credits.
Trust me, no matter what, it ain't gonna be that easy. 6,000 credits for a quick pickup that they could just as easily hire a shuttle cab for like 200 credits to do the job. There's a bit more to this story than he's letting on, that's for one. But two, and 6,000 credits does sound nice.
Oh my god, I never thought of it that way.
You mentioned that no one should know the courier is there. Who would we be concerned that would know?
The Empire.
Or to find out.
The Empire. That would be the big one. The Empire, or perhaps a rival syndicate, but in my case, I can deal with a rival syndicate. That's no problem. But I definitely do not want any Imperial entanglements.
I'm okay with Imperial entanglements as long as we have plenty of explosives.
Yeah, what happened to do no harm?
Oh, that doesn't count towards the Empire. Yeah, the Empire needs to be harmed. It's a moral responsibility to destroy the Empire whenever possible.
I believe I've heard this method referred to as harm reduction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. for every Imperial we just like immediately kill, that an average of 25 innocent people that are not going to die. I
That's
did the math.
fair. Okay, I can't argue numbers.
We should ask Kier if he thinks that the timeline would make sense.
Well,
So
So
Kier,
we gotta
would
what?
fly.
Drop our stuff off first, and then pick this
yeah,
courier up.
yep, that's the plan, I think.
Well, it's all pretty close. Shouldn't be hard to do. Reloaded up yet?
Most
Here
of it
kind of
is.
checks
But,
to see if
yeah, by this time, it's loaded up.
right. Well, look, we can talk about it while we drop this stuff off.
Well,
You have
we've
to
got to
go-
give
need to
him
go
an
there
answer
first.
before we leave. That's the only catch. We got to give him an answer before we leave.
Kier flips on the
GM.
comm and he's like, "Oh, go ahead, Emily.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead with your thing. I was just going to ask a question.
Well, ask your question. It may influence what I do."
The passenger list for ships that are coming into these hangar bays, would they be publicly accessible or
Yeah.
through a manner of speaking privately accessible?
There's a public access that there's a manifest that people come and take they have to submit their name and stuff like that, and ID. So
And we know which ship he's coming in on, or
Yeah.
just which hangar he's coming in through?
you know which hangar he's coming in. You're pretty sure which ship and the arrival time that he's coming in. Yes.
I'd like to just basically make a quick script to cross-reference names with quick like searches on whatever the space equivalent of Google is.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to go to a terminal, which
I'll boggle.
you can make a. So
Just
what?
ask
So
Jeeves.
here's the other thing. You don't have any information. You don't know anything yet, and you're still waiting for the information from Vilgrax.
Once we have that information, because more what I'm
Yeah.
looking for is I'm trying to see if I can find any quick red flags.
Yes, definitely.
Or quick things that I'd be able
Okay.
quick things that I can just like where we don't know, but it'd be like
I would
we
say-
know that like some messenger for some specific guy happens to have a name that matches up with someone that's coming in on the ship at this time that we're picking. Right. Like that type of stuff.
You'd be able to definitely try to be able to sink into some of that information. Yes.
Just doing the Spokio on these guys.
If once you get the information, yes. Mm-hmm.
So we're doing it. Let's go.
So as Chaff, you go back down, and he's like, "So, are we good?" Unfortunately, I'm busy. I can't do it myself. That's why I need someone to be able to do it. So
Yes, yeah, we'll take the job.
awesome. So here's the thing. When they come off, and he gives you the hangar number, and he gives you the ship mana, like, all right, whoever comes off, you need to say this lines. Have you seen a wombat in the deep levels of Coruscant? When you say that, that person will know that you are there to pick them up.
I'm sorry, what?
You have to, when you the person you will know the person when they hear this phrase. You have you seen a womp rat in the deep levels of Coruscant?
All right. Fair enough. Oh,
When you say that line to the courier, because the courier is trying to be secretive. Once they know that they're supposed to go with you and you're safe. That's the line that you're supposed to tell them.
right. All right. Time to go look like a crazy person.
You can handle that.
He just stares at Shiloh, not sure whether or not that was like a straight up slight against him or not.
Wow.
And as you get the information, he actually pays you 1,000 credits up front. and we'll pays you 1,000 credits up front to grab it because it's kind of short notice. You'll have the rest of the 5,000 when you bring the courier back.
Okay.
And he's like, it's secretive. You know,
Alive,
you look
right?
like alive. But,
Okay.
you know, and
Just checking.
They've got
Wait.
they got
Alive. He doesn't have to be awake.
That's fine. He's got preferably awake, but alive. Yes.
Okay.
It's non-damaged because he's got some information or something that
blasters have a stun setting.
That's true.
You haven't found yours yet.
That's
keep
not
saying
true.
That.
That's not true. I did stun the
It-
first guy.
It took Linu saying, "Don't kill anyone."
No, you said don't harm the droid.
No, I think what I said was, "Don't kill anyone
Yes.
unless we're in danger or something."
And as
Tomato.
the Shadowlance lifts off this platform as you're heading towards Mos Eisley, that is where we're going to take a break. And we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. So stay tuned. When we come back, while they go and find a simple courier and bring them back. What could go wrong?
There might this group, everything.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Anyways, thank you so much, everyone. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Take care. Thank you much. Everyone, welcome Wayward Gamers back to the Emporium. We are back for our part 2 of our episode. And some of you are like going, you change? Yes, we did. So get on with it, move on. We're all good. So needless to say, we just left our wonderful players, and they are leaving the flotating hangar, or not hangar. My brain cannot attach onto
landing bay.
Landing bay. That's the word I'm looking for.
Landing platform.
Floating landing platform by the smuggler entrepreneur Valgrax. And as they finish getting the job from Valgrax to pick up a courier at Mos Eisley, they are going to leave Mos Shuda and do some stuff because they just picked up a whole bunch of supplies, and we will address the ship in the room on one of our players had to step away during break, and we will come back and let you know what happens to our wonderful Chaff in a moment.
As long as his dice rolls went with him, we should be fine.
Don't say that too loud. He was rolling well last time.
He was.
That's right. Yeah, before the break, he rolled really good. I was the one who was not rolling well, so maybe he could take my rolls with him. That'd be fine.
We can see. I mean, there's always chances on something like that, but we'll see. And just to remind everyone, we did roll our Destiny pool last time, so our Destiny pool is set perfect. Right now, it's at 2 to 3, so we have 2 light side and 3 dark side points available for our wonderful group. And so yeah, so just as you take off, I believe you were talking about heading back to base to potentially drop off the stuff before you go.
Yes.
Yeah, we can make it. That's not a problem. Like, we can just go in, drop the stuff off, and then go to the courier. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an
No, I got it.
interesting
Trust me.
face, Shiloh.
I just, you know, I like you guys, but I don't have any experience with anything being easy where we're concerned.
Okay, well, look, not everything's good. We had that one part of the whole run we did that was super easy, and you guys got surprised by that. And I told you that's how it usually goes. Usually, this stuff isn't as complicated as everybody's making it.
I remember once seeing a saying written in a songbook about nothing good is easy.
Well, I think lots of good things are easy, like just like laying around a campfire and eating. It's awesome and very easy. Yeah, like I but we're gonna be fine. I am, I am not concerned. I mean, I am. I'm completely lying about that, but I'm not. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to be positive, and it's going to be great. What could go wrong?
You should be
Yeah,
honest about your feelings, Shiloh. If you lie about them, you're only pushing them under so that you can't process them, and that is a negative coping mechanism.
that is very accurate, actually. Um, I am. I am. We're going to be fine. I just know it. I've got a good feeling about this.
Are you still lying?
Yes, I am.
Sorry.
And as the maiden voyage of the Shadowland, your ship,
Yeah.
as it's starting to fly off, and you leave, you're getting through some of the test uh stuff that you're doing for your ship, because literally, and this is an ILHKK D class, which is unusual. It's a unique class. Um what's the word I'm looking for? My brain is now,
Custom.
it's a
It's
custom ship.
custom.
Yeah, it's a custom ship. And it is a Citadel class. So it's a D class Citadel of this. And you're like, wow. And it's old. Like I said, it's old. You fixed it up. You've got some good, but it's got some, some interesting flaws that you're finding out as you start to
Hey,
the system's going.
it's a classic.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Oh, I would much rather be flying one of these than one of those chunky YTs. Let me tell you, this is the kind of ship we should be in. This is going to be so much fun.
But Kier, just to remind you, this is the kind of ship we're in.
Yeah. So I'm saying this is the right kind of ship to be in. This is, I know it's the ship we're in, but it's like the best ship. We had a choice. We could have picked any of those that Raxel put in front of us. And this is the one we picked for like really specific reasons. This is a great ship, everybody. This is going to be a great ship. It's just going to get better.
This ship is our starter Pokemon.
Right?
This is our Bulbasaur.
Our oh my god.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
I'm feeling really confident about the ship. I know it's got some weird noises and a little shudder, but come on, Linu's brilliant. Clicky can like help find anything. Chaff knows a guy. Like, this is going to work out great. Shiloh, we're going to get you that back to tank you wanted. Like, it's all going to come together, everybody.
You know, I'm I am working really hard to share your enthusiasm. Absolutely. We're
How long is this little flight going to be? Like,
Maybe a half hour.
okay,
Maybe.
all right.
Yeah.
Shiloh, that contradicts your earlier concerns.
uh yes. Yeah, I am a bevy of contradictions, actually. No, look, I have a lot of concerns about everything we're doing. I am used to being on the ground, uh, and not uh, not engaging in all kinds of shenanigans like what we've been doing. And this is very new for me, and I am trying
If,
my best.
if Clicky could give you side eye, he would right now. But
Yeah.
Are you scared of flying?
I'm not scared of flying. I'm scared of this particular ship because it looks like it's still halfway held together with tape and wires. Uh,
Oh, If it helps, I have done a thorough inspection, and it does appear to be a relatively stable ship, although there are some modifications that could use improvements. It doesn't seem like it will fall apart, at least not as a result of our flying. It might fall apart as a result of bullets and torpedoes, though.
Okay, so let's avoid those. But otherwise, that actually gives me a lot of comfort to hear you
Is this
say
all
that, lady.
conversation happening up like near the cockpit?
Oh,
Well, here
I
is
assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
good stuff. So Clicky will kind of like squeeze in between Linu and Shiloh and walk up to behind Kier and stick a rocket wrap in front of him and then turn around and head back towards the gunner bay.
Oh, thanks, Clicky. Thanks. Oh man, he always knows what I need.
Yep.
Mm.
And it's
Oh yeah.
smooth flying. I mean, it's your like I said, you get in, you drop the stuff off. It takes about 10-15 minutes to drop off, and you get in. Like I said, you're flying right now, and you're on that half an hour. And just as you're getting close, the air traffic controller, the ship traffic control from Mos Eisley, you hears uh, ILH Citadel class ship on approach. Identification landing purpose or approach.
Yeah, hey, this is the Shadowlance. We're just coming in for a quick dock.
All right. Hangar 774 is available if you would like to maneuver. And you know that 774 is on the opposite side of the uh like where the public hangars are and stuff like that. It's a good 20-minute walk.
Right. You have anything closer to the public hangars, do you? We're trying to get in and out kind of quick just because I'm on a tight schedule and my boss is kind of strict, and it's the first time out in the ship and he's nervous, and we'd really appreciate it if there's some way we get a little closer and maybe to the public docks.
Would you like to use charm on this roll?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure you
That
wouldn't
sounds-
rather
it.
use bribery?
Or deception? Right? Charm or
Ah.
deception?
Well, let's have a look and see which of those might make more sense for me. They're both exactly the same. So we use charm.
It's going
I'm
to
not
be
trying
an
to deceive him, really.
average checks, but it's going to be one purple, one red, and I'm giving you a boost because of that awesome. Hey, I got to get in and out my boss. That understanding of like that boss thing.
Gotta
So
play the boss card.
Can you cut
All
a
right,
guy
I'm
some slack?
yeah,
Right.
let's help out a brother out.
I just
all
pull
right.
set whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
Oh, that's 3 failures and 3 advantages.
Way to go, Kurt. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
You did say you wanted Kurt to take his dice rolls with him.
Yeah, I did. My bad.
Oh,
Shadowlance. We unfortunately don't have anything. 774 is we can get you 667. Is the closest one we can provide for you at this time. Light in sight
Do I know if that one's any closer?
by like a bay.
Nice.
But like by 2
That's
bays.
like 20 feet.
Yeah, it's like by
Hey.
2 bays.
Oh, we really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the accommodation. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll take 667.
Confirmed. And as you kind of come in and you get into it, and it's kind of a public, like I said, it's not the public, it's not private. You just get in and you're landing, and there's a series of land like open air type, and you kind of land, and it's your typical hangar, and suddenly a door kind of opens, and this and larger Trandoshan, like just stocky and just you'd think Trandoshan 6 feet. This is this particular Trandoshan is like 5'4", and just kind of stocky, and just a belt, got the tool belt around, and he's just honking on some grub in overalls and stuff like that. And as you kind of land, he's like, kind of standing out there. It's looking pretty clean. Wow, I haven't seen one of these babies in a long time. Standard fuel or maintenance needed?
I mean, yeah, maybe a little top off, but we're just kind of just taking it out on its first trip, so it's just kind of local. But we had to run over here anyway, so
maiden voyage. All right. And he pulls
yeah, it's really exciting.
Pulls up a data pad. All right, it'll be 25 credits for landing. Fuel will be 50 credits. And additional fees of so yeah, 200 credits will be able. How long you staying?
Oh, not very long. We kind of check it out. We thought we'd pop in and maybe just do a little quick look around and then head back out. I'm kind of taking a little time off the clock,
Oh, okay,
we're supposed to be flying around, and we thought we'd just do a little of our, how it goes.
How about this? I'll give you a little bit of a discount to pull it out. So I won't charge you the time fee. This is going to be within, if you get it within an hour, or if you're 2 hours, you're out, so I can get another ship in. Well, 180 credits.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Sure.
All right, yep.
Would you mind providing us that invoice in an itemized format? It's for tax purposes.
Sure. Okay. And you hear this from his office.
You have a dot matrix printer?
and he basically is like, and he looks over and, unless you would like it, sent to you right here. You want a physical copy, or did you need you want an electronic copy?
Both would be perfect.
All right. As comes up and gets the information and kind of sends it off to you. And later on, by the time you get done, and yeah, and he's got some droids that are doing got washing, pulling up the fuel a little bit, and you're pretty almost topped off. I mean, literally, it's just a tiny bit.
A half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Like, sure, but yeah.
You're just topping it off.
That's their job.
Double checking some stuff. And you make your way out of the main doors to kind of get into the main, like, open air area. And you know that probably about a 15-minute walk to the left and down that is where the commercial, standard public transportation ships kind of come in, and it's long, and it's a longer bay. It's kind of off a cliff, so they kind of come in. So you kind of come into the buildings, and it's just rows upon rows of all these large commercial ships, and some of them come from the ceiling, some come from the side. So it's like a large complex. And as you're making your way, just as you get out, Shaft kind of looks over, and you all see that there's someone standing on a corner. And Shaft, like, you notice a little bit, but after Shaft says, I got something, I'll be back. Actually, you know what? I think I'm getting some information on a job. Don't wait up for me. I will, I'll meet you back at the homestead. All right, cool. We're good. So, don't worry about me.
Okay.
I'm getting some. I got a lead on a job.
What did he mean by homestead?
I think he means back at our base.
Back at
We should maybe have
Raxel's?
a name for it.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we see him again.
And you,
I mean,
Big universe.
Hope
Yeah.
I
Well, but
see him
Raxels, I mean, it's the
again.
same. It's a half an hour from here. Like, do you think that he's going to get lost? We knew.
I might get lost in that time.
Like he
I
just
feel like-
appears out of nowhere, nodding his head as soon as Pierce says that.
Just Chaff rolling in despair, getting lost, going in a straight line.
No, Chaff is fine. And you see him kind of meet up with some sketchy individual on the corner and they start chatting. And then they go actually into the alleyway. And they seem to be conversing about. And it's pretty sure he's getting the lowdown on some jobs that are happening.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get lost.
Yes, a back alley where all quality deals occur.
Yep.
Right.
And information shared.
Yeah.
Here, do you think it might be more efficient if those of us who were looking for the courier were to continue looking while you took the ship back out in order to meet that time limit?
Well, I guess if it gets too close to the time, and we've got 2 hours,
and
right? It's only like an 18-minute walk to town from here into the
giving us
the commercial area.
Giving us 1 hour and 24 minutes remaining time.
Right.
To
Well,
find
and
an
18 minutes
individual we've
back.
never
Yeah.
met before.
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
public transport that we aren't sure which one he's coming in on, or she, or they.
No, you know where's they're going to land in and the hangar. So the ship is arriving in 30 minutes. So you've got 18 minutes.
Yeah.
So you should be there about 10 minutes before the ship should arrive.
So do you want me to stay with the ship because something's going to happen again? Is that what this is?
No, I was asking if it might be more efficient for you to take the ship out so that if we're late, we don't end up incurring an extra charge on top of the 180 credits.
I mean, I can. I guess I could stay with the ship if you want, and then make sure we leave so we don't get charged more. Okay.
Okay.
No, that's not what I was.
I'm gonna be okay. Look, I spent a lot of time talking with Shiloh. I'm gonna be okay. It's fine. I understood what happened. I understood where I got confused, and I'm not like I'm okay with it, but I'm processing it, and I'm okay, and I understand, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine out there. Everything's gonna be fine. How are you? Everything's fine.
I don't think we're having the same conversation.
No. I think it's better if we all stick together for this. We've got plenty of time. It's bad enough that we have Chaff splitting off. I would be more comfortable if we stay together. Clicky can keep us all alive much better if we're all in the same place.
And look, he's nodding his head, feverishly. Yeah, it's he doesn't like the idea of the group being split up. Plus,
right? Yeah.
Plus, just in case anybody,
it went so well.
He can't ask the question,
right?
As well as the three of you to try to find this person.
Yeah.
So if somebody was going to stay back on the ship, it should be Clicky.
Right.
Oh no, literally, Emily the player doesn't care. Lenu's trying to see if with the 2-hour limit, is it literally just a better idea to have someone on the ship to take it out before we hit the 2-hour limit?
Yeah, no, I get
She's just going from a practical perspective. If we're going to only be paying this much, it's better to keep it to that price.
Well, push comes to shove, Clicky can fly the ship, so he is.
Well, look, if the time gets tight,
we
we'll keep an eye on it. And we'll set an alarm, and if we haven't found them by the time, then I'll just hightail it back and lift the ship off and pick you up wherever.
Right.
Is that?
Are you able to land the ship in the plain between here and Moshuda?
I'm sure I could find a place to set it down. It's a big flat desert.
And perhaps if it takes too long, we can rendezvous with you outside of the walls of the city.
Sure.
Let's not make it more complicated than it already is.
Yeah, we can dust that crop when we get to it.
I don't think they have crops out here.
Clicky's already walking out the door and starting to walk towards the public. It's like
Oh, I figured we were walking and talking at this point.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You were.
Let's Sorkin it. Yeah.
Only with fewer monologues.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what's our game plan as we get there? Because, do we just start going up to random people and saying this phrase?
Well, it is one hangar. We could try to narrow down the most likely locations for the courier to come out. We don't have the courier's identity, though.
Right. So maybe we should just stand around and loudly talk about womp rats?
I wonder
Goodness.
if
Actually,
someone might be able to
Yeah.
politely ask for a list for a passenger list, and we might be able to narrow it down from there.
Yeah. I mean, can you just hack into the passenger manifests and read
If
them?
you can find me a physical terminal, yes.
Figure we
This
can
crowd
probably
is
do that.
this crowd is very tall, and I'm having a hard time seeing past people's shoulders.
Um, I don't know if I'm good at that. Would that be perception?
To find a terminal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will be. But before you get in, the one thing that
Uh,
you notice is that there is it's a security area. So when you get into this building, there is an immediate like security like terminal type situation where you're not asked questions per se, but you see there's a clearly an entrance in and an exit out. And you can go in and out like but it's like the a New York subway where you have to pay to get in
okay.
and being able to get sometimes there are some people that are like for off-world travel, you have your domestic travel, your off-world travel, and then some of the off-world travels there's more security and there's actually stormtroopers that are kind of in the area, but they're being their ID chips are being checked to make sure that they can travel. But so there's like three
Mhm.
lines, like three different areas. Since you're going domestic, you don't have to go through the scrutiny of the major um, off-world travel. But as you're kind of coming in, you do go through scanners. And does anyone have restricted weapons on them or items?
Uh,
define
think so.
restrictive.
Like anything that was
Do I
marked
have
restricted.
weapons on me? Yes.
Are they
But they're
restricted?
not.
No, I actually
No.
double checked. So I don't see anything specific that on your. So none of you
yeah.
buzz.
None of mine are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
none of you buzz off. Walking in with weapons, that's fine. I mean, it probably notes that there's a weapon on you, but it doesn't send off any alarms like TS, like you get stopped by a TSAs.
Yeah.
You can walk in and out with weapons in this particular
Yeah.
location.
Tatooine is definitely open carry.
It is an open carry place.
Tatooine, the Georgia of the universe.
Right? Yeah.
Um, so as you kind of go, but no one has restricted items because there's a restricted list of certain things that would buzz an alert, which would cause some problems to come in. But no, you're fine. You walk through the security checkpoint and everything else. It costs a credit to get in, to be able to get in and stuff like that. So you kind of go in and you're down the major large hallway. You kind of move down the path, and then you get into this long hallway where there's hangars on both sides. Some of them are, like I said, you've got open, and then you've got some cliff faced type hangars, doors open type situation. And you know that this goes down, and you know the hangars down the corridor and to the right slightly. And but yeah, as you're making your way, people are kind of coming and going during this. A lot of lines are leaving, and but yeah, and this is where this is the old days where you could actually go to the gate and pick up your friends. This is
Yeah.
the old days where some of us older people know that you walked into the airport, walked up to the gate, they come out, you give them a big hug,
Yeah.
and that's the old days where that's what this is here.
I can make this worse. I was an unaccompanied minor flyer during those days.
Oh wow.
Yep. So you're
And,
go ahead, Shallow.
oh, no, I was uh, so we don't know the courier's name or species, right?
Nope.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. Like
Yeah.
All
no
you
identifying marker, no,
Yeah.
all you know is the catchphrase, the flight that they're
Yeah.
on, and the time that it arrives. And you're able to get there just before it lands.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Hey,
it
so
went
do
through
we-
Houston, so it got delayed.
Do we think anybody's gonna like know what that catchphrase means if they aren't expecting it? Like it's just a weird thing, right?
I think so.
It might
So
draw
why don't we just
attention.
why don't we just put it like on a sign, like when you're going and someone's gonna pick you up, and like we'll just hold it, and then
just have
someone will
Clicky
walk
standing
up,
there holding the sign.
right?
Arabish.
Right? Everybody else will just be like, "Who's that odd little Jawa with the sign about womp rats and Coruscant?"
Right.
Maybe they'll think it's his religion or something, but the person who knows what it is will see it, right?
Maybe.
Is
I
that-
mean, this.
Is that too obvious?
Uh.
I actually like this idea because if you have Clicky standing like in the line where everybody's exiting from the ship, and the three of you
Right.
are kind of watching for people reacting to it, you can be more like people who are like, having a Jawa standing there holding a sign, people are going to look, okay, but you're looking for the ones who are like staring, or not the quick glance and keep going types, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, let's
Jake,
face it,
question.
if something happens, he's the one that's going to be able to protect himself the fastest. So
Yeah.
We know what the flight number is. We know the time it's going to arrive. Do we know what type of ship it is? Like how many entrances, exits there will be?
It's
Is
one.
this going to be like a Metro bus or like a Boeing 747?
It's a more or less it's your standard shuttle, and it has one entrance out. And, it's got the one entrance out that comes in, and yeah, it's your standard. It's a standard shuttle that it probably holds about 20 to 30 people, but there's one entrance that comes out, and then they file out the main hangar door and leave into the thing.
Is there like a designated pickup area for like an airport?
It's like right outside the door. So you got the landing bay, and then there's large doors that come out. But you can be in, like I said, just outside and inside where the ship lands. But yeah, people walk out. There's one door that gets into the main corridor that people are leaving. So you could be right at that main large corridor door from the hangar that everyone's going to be walking right past you.
Is there a gift shop with a stuffed womp rat in it?
As you passed it,
gift shop. Oh my god!
It's got a little heart like the Hallmark teddy bears, but it's a womp rat.
Yes, by all freaking means, yes.
Wow!
I'm gonna buy one.
And you can buy a poster board there too.
Oh, there we go. Okay, all right. We'll buy a stuffed womp rat and a poster board and a pen, and we will. Yeah, and yeah, I'm just gonna hold the womp rat.
So it's a little. By the time you get all this, you're gonna have to run to the entrance of where this at, and you're gonna make. You're like you get to the end as you get there and you start doing the sign. The ship is landed just as you get there, and you're standing there quickly writing the stuff, positioning where you want, and then the landing gear, or the or the exit opens up, and then people start kind of coming out. So you see everyone that comes out, and they will see exactly what you want. You, like I said, you did it very quickly, but it's enough for you to be able to be available so that everyone walking out sees the sign. So just to picture it, you have Clicky by the door, main entrance, holding the sign that says Womp Rats, that has that phrase of, what's the word? What was the phrase again?
Have you seen a womp rat in the deep levels of Coruscant?
Yes, you have that. And then everyone else is positioning themselves somewhere else in the area.
Yeah, we want to get good visuals on anybody coming out, seeing the sign, where they go, if they leave the sign. They're like triangulating on, who's looking at the sign.
Okay. And the thing is, you have like a lot of families come out, and there's different individuals that are coming out. There's some crew that are taking the luggage and kind of setting it out, and there's crates and things of that nature that they're putting out there. They throw a gonk droid out there as well, and they're just kind of, and some people are grabbing, like there's two lines. There's one that's like crate, like industrial crate type. Then there's like bags that some people are kind of grabbing, and you've got a mother and her daughter, you've got some other businessmen kind of walking, you've got just basic passengers that are kind of flying, and this is an off-world shuttle. So you knew that it was an off-world shuttle coming in, and people kind of walking up and kind of looking at the sign. You see a green skinned Rhodian or green colored Rhodian looking at the sign, but and just like commenting about that's kind of funny and that's kind of weird. And but people kind of see it, but don't react. You don't see anyone react to like, yes, that's me. Everyone just kind of walks in, looks at it. Somebody's like, it's a Jawa. Yes, 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 dear, it's a Jawa. Yes, yes. Oh, that's so yes, yes. Come on, come on. And just kind of moves past and grabs the luggage. Like, not that
Does
Jawas are bad, but it's
yeah.
just like,
A
Does
question about the
any?
green
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Rhodian. You said that they were just standing off to the side after exiting the ship.
no, they just kind of walk down, and as they're walking past Clicky with the sign, he just kind of makes a comment about, oh, that's kind of funny, and just keeps walking
Oh,
down the corridor.
sorry. Okay.
So no one has stopped during this time. But Shiloh, what would you want to?
Yeah, I said do as I'm watching faces. So I'm just kind of standing there with the stuffed womp rat, like I'm
Mhm.
waiting on somebody to greet somebody with it. And I just want to kind of keep my eyes peeled. Does anybody have any kind of reaction to it? Specifically, looking for like individuals. Um,
Ooh,
Nobody seems to.
Owen seems to, and as more people kind of get out and different things, they walk past all of you, and then someone walks out, and no one else is walking out. The crew kind of
Uh,
finish doing their stuff, and crew members start walking out.
Quick question
uh,
about
Yeah.
the people who have walked off. Was anyone already carrying a bag when they stepped off the plane
No,
or ship?
no.
did anybody have no luggage?
Well, most people had no luggage. There's some people that had no
Oh,
luggage.
okay.
But no one,
Uh,
I mean, it was very, very clear. Everyone saw the sign, but
yeah.
no one stopped or reacted.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna.
walk up.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Shiloh. You
no,
first. No, you first. Go ahead.
sure. Oh, okay. I was just gonna go like over to one of the crew and ask if there was anybody still inside.
And this
Is
is
that what
kind
you were gonna
of,
do too?
and one of
I
the
was actually gonna
line.
ask if anyone didn't board.
Oh, so the crew
Oh,
member's kind of there, and he's finishing up this last stuff, and he's kind of leaving. Like, no, everyone's off the ship. Yep, we should be.
seriously?
Everything's been taken off. Everyone's left.
Oh,
I'll just walk
um,
up beside Shiloh as they're asking this. And assuming I hear that last bit.
Mhm.
Was there anyone who didn't board the ship? We're actually here looking to pick up a friend.
I know everyone. The manifest was full, and everyone was accounted for.
here. Um, okay. Well, have you ever seen a Wapret in the deep levels of Coruscant?
Nope, haven't. And
Okay.
I need everyone in the area to give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Are the dice ready?
Oh, let's see. No, the dice are not ready because I'm a bad GM.
Hey, that's why I always ask before I roll.
It's going to be an easy roll, so yeah, go ahead.
I don't like the tone.
Right. Oh, wow. We did some successes on perception.
We saw the crap out of something.
You saw the crap out
Yeah,
of
right?
something. So as this crew member was, and you caught this crew member as he was leaving, right? Because
Yeah.
as he was leaving, but all of you notice the gonk unit that's in the cargo suddenly stand up. Gonk, 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 gonk. right
Oh,
after
no.
you said the phrase.
Oh.
All right. I can get on board with some droids.
Yeah. Yeah. I nudge Linu, not realizing that she's seen it as well, but kind of nudge Linu and nod towards the Gog droid.
Oh, perfect.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
just walk directly up to the gonk droid, not even looking around to see if there's anyone trying to stop me.
yeah. No, there's no one. Everyone, that last crew member just starts walking away, and you're pretty much no one is in this hangar anymore.
So, to clarify, have you seen a Dwan Brat in the deep levels of Coruscant?
Gonk, gonk,
Wonderful. Would you like to come with us?
gonk.
Very well.
What is it? 2 gonks for yes or 1 gonk for yes? I'm really
Gonk,
confused.
gonk.
I don't speak binary.
He's coming with us.
Just
That's
not
the
happy with the situation at this moment.
And Linu, you're and even Kier, you're sitting here going, it's the perfect carrier and courier. No one would suspect a gonk droid to carry or curry information.
Yeah.
Or Carrie Curry. Either way.
Right.
Oh my gosh, it would be the perfect takeout box, a carry-out box, if you
Yes.
will.
Gonk droid. Mm.
Gonk, gonk, gonk.
Right. Well, our ship is this
we know.
way.
Okay, we got plenty of time. Let's go. We're gonna make it back.
Oh
Don't
my!
bet the universe like that.
Did these things walk any faster? Yeah.
No, the gonk is slow. Dunk, dunk,
It-
dunk.
Oh my God!
We could.
It's going to
we
take
could.
us an hour to get back
No,
at this pace.
it's gonna take you 40 minutes. So you'll still get back in
Oof.
plenty of
We still
time.
have plenty of time. Yeah.
Would you
Plenty of
mind if
time.
we picked you up and carried you?
Gonk, 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 gonk.
Okay.
He just kind of moves, and it's a slow process.
It's like walking with a young child.
Hey,
Clicky's
maybe-
gonna. Do we have to go through another security checkpoint?
You have to go through the exit, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll wait until we go through the security checkpoint.
Okay.
But Clicky's definitely looking constantly if anybody's going to be coming up on us. So
Bill has a question.
Yes, Bill.
We're supposed to bring the courier back. Was that the assignment?
Yeah, you need to bring him
get
back
something from the
to
courier.
Val. Nope, you
Okay.
have to bring the courier back to Valgrax.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
And Clicky,
Mhm.
could you give me a perception check in a moment?
In a moment, you want me to wait?
I'm gonna give you a boost because you are looking, and Jawa looking is not. You get a bonus because of height and everything else, and just being not being conspicuous. So the dice pool set
3 successes.
3 successes. You think you're being watched.
Okay.
As you get closer to the exit, you think you've been being watched.
Do I know from which direction?
With those 3 successes, you do know from behind you.
Okay.
Potentially being followed.
All right.
But there's enough people that it's far enough away that you think it's one of those things where you've got an idea who it could be.
Okay.
But because it's just 3 successes and not any advantages, you're pretty sure that it's just one individual that's watching you.
Okay. Right. So as we're walking, Clicky will kind of saddle up next to Shiloh, and he's going to get Shiloh's attention. He's going to start talking to him, and he's going to Shiloh, because Clicky wears his pistol to cross draw. You're going to see he's got his right hand towards his left hip, and as he's motioning, it keeps looking like he's pointing over his shoulder.
Oh. Okay. So I'll kind of whisper to Linu and Kier, uh get ready for trouble.
The thing you
Clicky
notice, sorry to interrupt, Sean. You know he's like
No, that's all right.
long to extreme range. He's keeping it's keeping its distance, so it's not getting close. It's very long to extreme range.
Yeah. If I understood correctly, Clicky thinks we're being followed. Don't turn around and look.
Immediately turns around and looks. Why would you tell me that? Why would you tell me not to look? It's like
We
bait.
know.
And
Look, you've done this with your friends. What happens? What happens when you
Yeah.
say don't look to
Yep.
your friends?
I know.
And
Yep.
as you go through the security checkpoint of the exit, there really, like I said, there's no major. There is a security thing that you have to go through again, or like a scanner. But it's very very, and everyone passes with no problem going through the scanner. And you
Now,
get
when we go through, is there a larger crowd?
yeah.
Beyond
So
it?
you got a larger entrance. The more people are kind of coming and going. The lines are. This is where the lines form to get in and out and stuff like that.
Okay, this is where Clicky's going to try to blend in with the rest of the crowd.
Ooh.
And you know, watch for this person that's following us.
This is a stealth check.
Ooh.
This is gonna be a stealth check. I'm giving you
Clicky has 4 greens for stealth, so I was.
I'm giving you an advantage because you're Jawa size.
Right.
It's gonna be.
I kind of obviously because it's Tatooine and stuff. At some point, there's going to be a group of Jawas, so like he would like blend in with them. So
it's gonna be a hard check. And giving you a boost. It's gonna be 3 purple. Giving you a boost, but to kind of blend in a little bit based off this individual is gonna be So as Clicky starts to move off, what's the rest of you doing? Are you gonna move towards like leave the area to go back to the ship, or are you? What is the rest of you doing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's to the ship.
Yep, what they said. I'm gonna move back towards the ship, just keeping pace with the little gonk droid. Question, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a safe, easy, without stopping moving way that I could help the gonk droid speed up his motors a little bit, like somehow overclock the servos in his little legs?
Not really.
Look. It's important to ask these questions.
You would need some time to like modify him a little bit, but
like open him
up.
And,
Gonks are gonks. I mean, they could go a little faster, but they're just I mean, there's really slow
moves like
gonks.
Little wind-up chickens.
Yeah, they're really slow gonks, and there's relatively fast gonks. This is a medium paced gonk, so he's not going super slow, but he's medium paced. Now, if you took some time and you really wanted to modify him, you could potentially speed him up, but it would be 5 minutes. Like you would the length of the time you would save 5 minutes. But really, it's not. But yeah, as you're processing it, looking at him, you're like, probably.
Yeah.
Not.
Are there like taxis, like speeder taxis? Outside?
As you are in the main area, you could go outside of the main taxi and you would have to go all the way, like take the long route to get to your ship. But if you wanted to walk the corridor, there's small little rickshaw type things in the side that you could take to go down the hallway, this main corridor of where your ship potentially, like the street was.
So we could maybe hire a rickshaw kind of thing to get us back to the ship faster.
Yes, and there's a little droid holding on with a ball that's holding onto the rickshaw area, and there's like 2 or 3 of them right there.
Yeah, let's grab one of those and put I like, because I'm probably the most attention grabbing because I've got horns and and if but when so I flagged one of those taxis,
Mhm.
and I get Linu and Kier and the Gonk droid into the taxi, and then I'm like, I'll meet up with Clicky, come back for us later if we don't make it back in time, and we'll find you and meet up.
Okay.
And that's so
Yeah.
that's what I'm urging you two to do if you want to do that or not.
But this cart kind of rickshaw where there's just coming out and the droid is holding on to it. You put the long droid on the back and Clicky and Kier are sitting in there. Or Clicky's gone.
No,
Kier
no,
and
yeah.
Linu.
Did you want me? I never rolled a stealth check. Did you want me to?
Oh yeah, please roll your stealth check. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna use a light side point.
Oh, you're using a light side point?
Okay.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna upgrade.
And,
Right.
and Bill and Emily, that's if you want to follow that
Oh
direction.
no, that's great. Yeah, yeah. Kier takes a minute to like
Oh, it's a much-
luggage bungee the droid in.
Okay.
It's
You
a
were-
much
Yeah.
safer
Am I-
idea than what I
am-
was going to suggest.
Am I good, Jay?
Yeah, good. Go for it.
Oh, a triumph! Oh
Oh!
yeah!
Hmm.
Yes.
It's like he just disappeared as something walked past. He's no longer there.
It's cheeky. Shiloh turns to talk to Clicky and he's gone. It's like where'd he
Ninja.
go?
Ninja Jawa.
He's like a little Batman.
Yes.
Right.
I'm assuming that's what you would like, that triumph and everything else. With that, you will be able to sneak up on this particular person.
Oh yeah, no, that's
No problem.
yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, you will be able to sneak up on him within short range. So,
I have another idea.
yes.
Is there another just random Gonk droid nearby? That like just a random just standing around doing nothing or walking in a direction? If so, I'm gonna try and like just stand near it or walk near it.
Let me see here. That didn't work. Oh, that's why, because I needed it. No, there is not.
Okay. All right. Damn it. Okay. That's all right. I'll just kind of like continue walking like in the opposite direction of where the taxi went.
Okay.
And so if the taxi went south, I turn and start walking north at a very like leisurely casual pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the rickshaw. Here we go.
Oh my God, Bill, that
Oh my
That
goodness.
like-
That gift. That gift is so
Oh
good.
my God.
I'm strapped in the Gronk droid with the little space bungee luggage cord that's always in the back of those, so he doesn't
Do
fall
you
off.
have,
Okay.
Just looking at the like little rickshaw droid.
do you have a booster seat?
Booster seat. Hang on. Not necessarily. No.
Oh, all right. You're going to have to stay short.
Gonk. Gonk. And Licky, you notice this as the rickshaw type droid and passenger with Kieran Linu run off. Shiloh, you kind of go over and you're tracking what this individual is. And it's a Bothan. It looks like a Bothan in, kind of gear. It does have a blaster on his side. And he kind of looks at Shiloh as Shiloh kind of goes off in a different direction and then keeps towards the rickshaw and kind of starts walking following Kier. And you notice he's got goggles on and he's got like a hood over himself too. He's got some goggles and he seems to be tracking as it and just keeps walking. He keeps up. His pace increases slightly, but he's not fast walking, but he's walking at a little bit quicker pace.
Okay.
But he's following the rickshaw. And Kier,
Right.
you're going to notice that
Damn it.
as you kind of look over, he's following the rickshaw, not you.
Okay. All right. So Shiloh notices that you said Kier, but I think you meant Shiloh.
Oh,
right?
Shiloh.
Shiloh.
Yeah, Shiloh.
Yeah,
You notice
Shiloh
that.
notices that they're not being followed by the follower.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll just kind of say into my comm link, Clicky, it looks like they didn't go for it. I'm gonna, I guess, head back towards the ship anyway. and I'll just kind of take a little bit of it, like not like just following them, but like sort of, you know, head back in my own direction, or try to find my way back to the ship.
As you kind of make your way longer to the ship, here in Linu, you arrive at the ship early. Like from time wise, you get to the ship, your landing bay and everything else. You get the gong droid out, and yeah, you get inside the hangar.
Follow me.
Gonk, gonk.
And I'll just start proceeding into the ship.
Okay. And yeah, no problem. You have the Trandoshans like, yeah, she's all got stuff, and oh shit, yeah, you've got some time. No worries, you're good. You taking?
Okay, great. I'm gonna just like run through my checklist just to double check. Early first voyage out.
Perfect.
Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
And he goes back into his office, puts his feet up on top, and just kind of gnawing, looking at he seems to be swiping on a data pad.
Question: do we have? Because I don't have the diagram of the ship pulled up right now. Do we have a? How do I put this? Have I had time to? There we go. All right. So the little closets that are like right next to, I think, the cockpit. These little closets back here on the.
Those are ways to get down. Those are the elevators. Like
Oh, those are the elevators.
They're kind of like a stairwell shaft elevator down to the lower level.
And then are those closets behind there?
The
little red things.
Those are escape pods.
Okay. I'm going to put the gonk into one of the escape pods.
Okay.
I just need you to stay here so that you can stay safe for the time being.
Gonk. Gonk.
I'm glad you understand, even if you're not fond of it.
Gonk. So yeah, they kind of go. This is the lower level. So you kind of go through them, and they kind of go like a ramp going up to the next level. So like these doors right here on the ship, you notice go into here, and there's a stairwell, and then it gets into the lounge.
Got it. Yeah, I was mostly trying to find a place to put the gonk droid that wasn't like one of our quarters.
Yeah.
So that when whoever this is, since we have been alerted that we're being followed, but since whoever this is, when they eventually try to break onto our ship, they're not going to be able to quickly find where we stored the droid.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Alrighty. So as the two of you are on the ship, Clicky, Shiloh. And Shiloh, you're able to see Clicky ahead of you. You
okay.
as you moved off to a different direction and kind of took the long ride. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. When you kind of come back to the ship, let's get a perception check on that. I'm giving you, it's based off of the successes. What was your stealth check? Never mind. Let me re-roll something here. And yeah, so now the dice pool is set. So go ahead and give me a perception check, Shiloh.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh no. That's a failure and a despair.
Failure and despair and advantage. So here's the thing. You have no clue where Clicky is. But you see another Jawa. No, you saw another Jawa. And that Jawa is following someone else.
God.
Away from your hangar.
I think this is very much in Shiloh territory of just like, Shiloh has started to follow a completely different Jawa and is going to get lost in Mos Eisley.
15 minutes later.
Yeah, that tracks.
Later, and down the hallway, you finally see them doing a deal around the back alley. And you realize at that moment, yeah, they're doing some
Yeah.
spice dealing.
Clicky. Oh my god, I'm a specious.
And they kind of look at you and they draw blasters on you.
Oh
and
no!
I run.
And you're running down and no shot, like I said, no shots go off, but yeah, you're running down and you finally get into the corridor.
Yeah.
Well,
Who knows where
and eventually you make your way back. You are going to be late past the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Which brings us to
That's,
Clicky.
yeah.
Actually,
Fucking
anything
brilliant.
else, Shiloh? Anything else from that?
No. That is the most perfect thing that could have happened. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, you can come back to me later.
What is Shiloh's reaction as he's making his way back to the ship? What is his thought process of that?
Oh, he's just furious. Of course he's completely lost. Cities are awful. This is why he never liked cities anyway, and he has no idea what to do. He's like terrified he's going to get mugged or shot in the back, or they are terrified they're going to get mugged or shot in the back at any moment. And this is just absolutely the worst possible thing that could have happened to them. Yeah. Yep.
Clicky, as you are following, I need a perception check from you. Now, this is going to be, I'm giving you a boost. It's going to be an average check because of the stealth roll that you had and the triumph and everything. Because of all that, I'm downgrading a lot of the difficulty on this. So you're getting an advantage. You have one setback and two. It's going to be an average 2 purple check. So give me a perception check just to make sure you keep on this guy and being able to watch him.
Another triumph!
Wow. Oh
wow. Wow.
When we named this show Luck of the Draw, this was not the intent.
Right.
Oh.
Had it. Good luck. OMG.
That's exactly the same roll as your stealth roll earlier.
Yes.
2 successes and advantage and a triumph.
You nailed it. You have him in sights the entire time.
If he has backup, I know where his backup is.
Yes, you do. And surprisingly, there is one other person that you think he's communicating with, but it's not anyone close by. But you do see that he is communicating with someone. Okay. And he's kind of getting the information. And as he's getting closer, you notice that he wasn't 100% on which hangar. It was either 667 or 668 that he's at. And he's kind of in the area, kind of looking around, and he's giving you he's talking into his comlink.
Okay.
What does Clicky want to do? Is you can sneak up on him because of the triumphs. You can get up to short range, or you could even get up to engaged range as as people are walking by as he's kind of talking.
So can I hear what he's saying in the
based off the perception check? Yes. And basically what you're hearing is it's either 667, 668. The droid must have gone in there. From the looks of it, one of those 2 hangars is where he's at. Or actually, it was like they in all you know is that they took that droid. They took that droid. That's the only thing they picked up, and they brought it to either hangar 667 or 668. The group
is there a time where I'm close, where like I almost want to stun this guy and keep going. It's just like
walk past him and go
and walk. Yeah, and the problem is the blaster going off is going to make too much noise.
And there are people walking around.
Yeah, that was the thing is
Mhm.
it's like how many people are around right now?
There's range. Now, could you do it stealthily? Possibly, but then somebody would know something happened.
Right. Yeah, it's not like Clicky can walk up and like knock this guy out and like gently put him on the ground. Clicky, if Clicky knocks him out, the guy's just gonna fall over because Clicky can't catch him.
Right.
Now,
So
you could try to do a sleight of hand and try to make it look like it didn't come from you by walking up next to him and stuff like that. And maybe it was something else. But based off your sleight of
yeah,
hand,
there's still gonna be the noise of a blaster
yeah,
going off.
but no one
That's the problem.
exactly. So people would know potentially that something happened, but based off your sleight of hand and how well
Right.
that is, they may or may not know it came from you.
I mean, nobody expects the Jawa to knock somebody out in the middle of a crowd.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You've double triumphed in this sequence. Come on, baby.
I know,
Come
I know.
on.
Which means the bad roll is coming.
Shiloh already took the bad roll.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I take the
Okay,
bad roll for us.
Jay, I want to do this. I want to get close enough to him, and then
Mhm.
I want to steal his blaster from him and like
That will be
force him into a corner.
well. Stealing his blaster will be a sleight of hand, or yeah,
Is sleight of hand a skill? I don't see it.
actually,
Coordination.
no,
Skullduggery?
it is. Oh, it is. I was thinking sleight of hand. No, sleight of hand is not. It would be
That's
it's
D&D,
skullduggery.
yeah.
Yes, it's a skullduggery. Excuse me. It is a skullduggery check.
Yeah, I'm not as good at that as I was hoping for coordination, but okay. Well, because of the triumphs, can I use coordination?
I will say this. Yes, if you use coordination, it's going to be so you're going to get a boost. And I was
Okay.
looking at a hard 3 purple check for skullduggery. If you're going to use coordination, one of the purples turns to a red. To pull his blaster.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, the worst that could happen is I end up having to gun this guy down, but you know.
It's Tatooine. It's fine. It's not even going to be your first kill this week. Go for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've already committed murder, right? It's
And it's stunning.
Right.
I think I'm just gonna. Well, yeah. Does he have armor on?
It appears he probably has like some armored clothing or something like that on.
It's gonna be harder to stun him unless I get a really good roll. Yeah, I'll go for the. I want to use coordination, and I want to go for his gun. I basically want to back him into a corner to where.
So you're basically gonna walk up to him and steal his gun, like pickpocket his blaster off of him, out of his holster.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Well, let me ask you this:
Mhm.
Does he look like he's like? Does he wear his blaster like he uses it a lot? Is he a gunslinger?
No.
Oh, good
Okay.
question.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to take his gun.
But and you're using coordination. All right.
Yeah.
The dice pool
Is there an intimidation skill?
Yeah, coercion. Yeah, there's you can the coercion skill, which is basically you're threatening and stuff like that.
I suck at that, so never mind. It's one of my trained skills, but I have nothing in it. So
Dice pool set.
okay.
Jawa is famously not very
Oh my
intimidating.
god, yes. 5 successes.
Oh my god.
You
Wow.
grab his blaster just what you bump up to him, and he's talking, and he's just like Jawa, and just kind of pushes you back. And as you grab his thing, as you're walking away, you hear, "Sir, that Jawa stole your blaster."
Well, no, I didn't want to walk away from him. I wanted to literally like steal it and point it at him so he knew that he was
Oh,
defenseless at that
okay,
point.
perfect. So as you
Yeah.
pull it, as he's kind of talking, he kind of like shoos you away for a second, and then looks down at you as you see his blaster back up at you. Okay, what are you gonna do?
And I'm gonna motion towards like a corner or something like that to like so that he's not going towards the hangar anymore.
And all you hear is, "I'll call you back, I hope." And it kind of clicks it off, and he's just kind of like, and you move towards in between the in between the alley.
Right.
All right.
Now we're out of sight of anybody and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there some way I could knock him out without shooting him? Trouble is, I'm so short and I have no brawn. So
You have a stun setting on your gun?
well, yeah, but it's still that means still shooting the gun.
Oh, it's still
I'm trying to
shooting.
do
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to do it with as little noise as possible.
In the back alley, you never know if people are going to hear it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just no. So I'm gonna pocket his gun and then pull mine. Okay.
Okay.
Because if I end up shooting him, I get more boosts using my own gun than using somebody else's. So
Okay.
His comm,
Yeah.
was it like built into his suit or is it
No,
something?
it's a handheld.
Okay, I take it from him.
He doesn't give it. It's packed away in his shirt. He puts it back in his thing,
Well, I'm going to take it from him.
and he's not going to let you. And that's where we're going to roll vigilance.
Okay.
We're going to roll some vigilance to see what happens.
It'd be tough to beat. Oh, but
You add one more because of the strain, so it's two. You're 2 and 2.
Yeah, but and I already have my gun out. So if he's gonna fight back, can I fire first?
Not really. It's based off of how quickly who can react first. But really, it really comes down to vigilance of like, because you might have the gun on him, but he might be quick enough to move the gun out of the way and do something.
Okay.
But at this point, he runs.
Oh, he just takes off.
He just takes off running.
Okay, good. Then I just turn around and run towards the ship.
And as you're running towards the ship, you hear in the background, "Officer, officer, yeah, that's him. I think that's him." As you see some security droids way in the distance.
Okay.
Being conversation.
Go.
And as you run into the ship, into the hangar, you run in onto the ship. Clicky?
Yeah.
Okay. What does Clicky say to Kier?
Well, he just as he's just yelling and screaming as he's running into the ship, and Kier would know it as go, 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 go.
Wait a minute. Is everybody here? Damn it, where's Shiloh? I'll go on the comms. Shiloh, where are you?
Shiloh, you're about a half a block away.
Yeah. Oh. Do I know where I am though? Do I know I'm half a block?
Yeah, you're about a half a block away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm almost there. I'm running.
Oh, okay, yeah, because we got to go now. I don't, I speak really fluent Jawa, and basically Clicky is saying that like we have to get out of here now, and he only says that when like now is now. So I'm closing
like
the door.
Leave no witnesses. It's
I'm closing the door in 15 seconds, so we're taking off. If you can't be here by then, you got to get back.
Uh, okay, I'll try. Yeah. So
Hey, what happened?
Yeah, you're 10 minutes out.
I'm yeah.
You're
I
5-10 minutes out.
So
yeah.
yeah, so as Clicky gets on the ship, he takes the other guy's blaster and he throws it on the ground and tries to go up front to help Shiloh or to help Kier get
Right.
the ship ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
That doesn't answer my question at all.
Um,
What happened? Also, he produces some weird blaster and he throws it on the ground and he just keeps walking.
yeah. I
You
mean,
throw it
I
Could
outside
mean
the ship.
anything with him.
Do you throw it
right.
outside the ship, like you like throw it out on the
No,
ground
no,
before you
no.
get in,
Like
or
as he gets in the
the
ship,
Got it.
Lino walks up to him and asks what happened. He just takes the blaster and throws it on the ground in front of her. Just
And so
Yeah.
Kier, go ahead, Shiloh.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm not gonna make it. So I mean, we did say earlier, if you, you know, if we don't make it back, like, take off and then come back and get us. You know,
Okay.
so
We're gonna
Did-
meet you
They did say that.
at and
Yep.
I'm gonna send you coordinates and we're gonna pick you up.
Oh God. Okay, I can do this. I'll be fine. Yeah, just go. Don't if Clicky's yelling,
Yeah.
it's probably really bad. Go.
Yep. I'm gonna guess you should not come back to the hangar at this point. I repeat, do not come back to the hangar.
Okay.
Licky is
Don't
now up here next to me, waving his arms in that way that means go faster, too slow.
Also, he had a new gun, and I'm not sure how he acquired it.
Oh God, please just go and don't forget me.
We'll never forget you, Shiloh. I mean, we're gonna come back. That's what I mean by that.
Oh my God.
And as the ship just leaves, it just starts taking off. Shiloh, you hear on the comms, Shaft. Um,
Yeah.
Meet me over here at this cafe. I've got us a way out. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. I got you, bud. I got you. I don't worry. I got you.
I have never been so glad to hear your voice.
Yep. Meet me
Yeah.
here, and you will find that spot no problem.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That I will try and rendezvous with Shaft. Yeah.
So the ship gets out,
Yeah.
and you're gone, and you go back to Raxel's hangar where the ship is. Eventually, Shiloh, you not too long, you meet up with Chaff. Chaff is and you have he's made arrangements for a rental speeder, actually, speeder bike and a swoop bike. He's made
Oh, so
arrangements.
like have to like sit really close and like put my arms around him.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a
Oh no.
and it's one of those where he's gonna drop it back off at Mashuda. He's renting it from here to Mashuda, and you have this 3-4 hour just nice drive in the sun, just
Yeah. Yeah.
hugging onto him and going
Well,
and yeah.
yeah. We'll just have to decide what happens on that little adventure.
When Kurt comes back, next episode
Right.
we're gonna talk about that little trip.
You're tucked in tight behind Chaff on a
Right.
speeder bike that vibrates a lot. I'm sure
Right.
everything's, it's all good.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all yeah.
And
This
as
could
Meanwhile,
In
we're
a
flying
world
back. We've
without
got some
washing
Ugnock.
machines.
right.
We're flying back. Kier's put on some Ugnaught gear core right now, which is basically music that's just like all made with like hammers and welders and everything. Because it's loud, and he's like, yeah, see, I told you everything's fine, everything's gonna be great. Shiloh, he's going with Shaft. We're in here, we got the droid.
And actually, let me take it back. You actually go to the floating hangar and meet Grak.
All right.
You deliver Kier, Minu, and Clicky. You land on the platform, and Grak or Grilvac is there. He's like, You got the kitty? And it's that insect type, mantis talking. And you hear also in between, like his speech has got a little bit of that tang. He's like, "You found the kitty? Where's the kitty? The kitty? You've got the kitty? Where's the kitty?" And the gonk droid kind of comes on like, "Oh, that's right. That makes it perfect. Thank you." And he hands you the rest of the 5,000 credits. Job well done. If you're interested, I have more available jobs in the future. If you're interested.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're always happy to hear about more work.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Come. And he's kind of making, and he's like, he taps on it a little bit, and you're pretty sure he's the middleman. So this was definitely the information in there is for someone else. It's not for him, but he's definitely the middleman. And he brings as he looks down to the trading post where it is, you lift off and go back over to Raxel's. And as you sit down, a few hours later, Shiloh and Chaff will arrive as you're just sitting there relaxing in the ship and in the hangar, and they arrive. And that is where we're going to pick up for our next episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for the thrill of being here. Thank you so much. If you like what we're doing, please support us. Also, don't forget about our affiliates, Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee. Within the episode, you're going to be seeing within the chat them coming up. If you went to Talon and Claw, put in Dragon Daddy, or you clicked on the link, it will automatically put in there. You get 10% off on your wonderful Dice Vault and GM screens. And then make sure and check out Smuggler's Coffee. Around this time, there might be some left because guess what? We have coffee. With the Important for the Wayward Gamer collaborated with Smuggler's Coffee to create these Shadowport Adventures brew of rocket fuel. Or Starfuel, excuse me, Starfuel. Starfuel blend, whiskey barreled. So hopefully there's some left. If there is, grab some. If not, grab any other blends that they have because you know what? They are awesome as well.
All of their stuff goes great with rocket wraps. So just like it's delicious. Just
very much
wash it down.
Very much so. You can find me at cons all around too. So keep us, support us if you can. We would greatly appreciate it. We try to put as much back into the channel as we can. We are just a little place that likes to have fun. So again, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And we're going to leave you with these wonderful words. Please be kind. Don't be a jerk. Take care.
Bye.